Hello and welcome to another tips and tricks video. This time I want to talk about how to develop reading habits at home with your child. And really, unfortunately, there isn't an easy, quick path to developing habits of any kind. They require consistency. And different research that I've seen shows it can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months to develop a habit. But the generally agreed upon thing that is required to develop a habit is consistency. So if you're trying to develop a reading habit at home with your child, you need to pick a time, schedule it, and make sure that it happens regularly. When I was growing up, my mother would read to me every night before I went to sleep. After I brushed my teeth and put on my pajamas, I'd get in bed, my mom would sit next to me, and she would read to me. And then when I started reading, I would read to her. And we did this every night. Eventually, she stopped sitting next to me and just let me read on my own. And I continued to do that every night. And to this day, I read before I go to sleep at night. It is very rare for me to go to sleep without reading, at least for a few minutes, whether it's 10 minutes and then I just fall asleep, or if I'm in the middle of a really good book, I might read for an hour or more before I turn out the light. But that habit was established in my childhood because my mother read with me every single night. That's what it takes to create a reading habit. And there's lots of different ways you can do this. Maybe you will go with the bedtime reading routine, which is what it was like in my house. I love that routine. Maybe set aside some time after dinner every evening to sit and read as a family. Or everybody sits and reads their own book. Just make that family reading time. Maybe you want to read over breakfast in the morning. I remember when I was a kid reading the cereal box while I was eating. Maybe you're in the car listening to an audiobook on the drive to school or reading street signs on your drive. Whatever it is, you need to schedule it and you need to make sure it happens every day. It's the consistency that's going to build that habit. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It could be 5 or 10 minutes. That is enough to establish that habit as long as you're doing it regularly. Find a routine, set that routine. I know our lives are busy. It can be hard to add something more to our plate, but literally 5 or 10 minutes every day is enough to establish that habit. And then once your child has established that habit and gets used to it, then they can carry it out on their own and they'll find their own time to do it. But to begin with, you're going to need to schedule it for them and let them know, okay, this is reading time. This is what we do at this time every day. Try to make it a fun activity. Try to make it something that everyone does together. Everyone in the family sets aside some time for reading. Maybe you're all reading the same book. Maybe you're reading it together. Or maybe everyone's reading a different book and then you have some discussion time. So 10 minutes before dinner, everybody reads, and then over dinner, you all talk about what you've been reading. Get the whole family involved in this. Make it something that everybody does, and everyone will start to look forward to it and enjoy that time to read together or talk about what you're reading. Hopefully, this is helpful. And until next time, happy reading!